Okay, so good afternoon. We are going to discuss the time value of money analysis. No, our objectives is to know the basic concepts about time value of money and to know and explain the use and implications of this time value of money because we often heard about time value of money. No, to of course to all the financial management concepts or to the company as a whole and to know the concepts involving present value of money, future value of money, and we are going to interpret the results. Of course, our subject is focused more on the decision that the financial managers will decide regarding a company. Okay, the time value of money analysis is also called as discounted cash flow analysis, no? These two terms they usually use this. So, so as we start, okay, so the time value of money analysis. So the contents that we're going to discuss for this part 1 video is the meaning of time value, the concept of future value and compounding. Of course, we have different contents about the future value, no? Meron tayong future value with a single amount, future value with several amounts, ordinary annuity, and future value with several amounts, annuity due, and future value of uneven cash flow. So ano-ano ba yung pinagkakaiba-iba nila? Actually, class, itong mga to is just the computation, no? But basically, we have to discuss first the concept. So it all applies to all naman. Kung ano yung concept ng future value. Of course, when we say future value, the value in the future, no? Now, let's discuss first what is the meaning of the time value, no? Again, I am your instructor to discuss with you the time value of money. I am a Mitch. Okay, so time value of money, let's discuss. Now is definitely the best time to start, though yesterday would have beaten it easily. So, it is a quote by Kalpesh Jane, no? So, siguro, for where we're talking about money, so it's time to start now, no? So, as we discuss along, no? What is the time value of money? I want the money now. Who among you wants the money now? I'll give you 2 seconds to decide. Okay, so siguro you have your answers with you. Who among you wants the money now? And who among you wants the money tomorrow? Maybe today the value of money is 10 times, or let's say 10,000. Maybe the value of money tomorrow is 11,000. Or the other day maybe 9,000. So it really depends, no, on how are you going to do or paano ang gagawin mo, no, with your money. Okay, now we have different interpretations when we say time value of money. Well, dito sa first picture natin, through time, the money will what? It's like plants, no? Pag naalagaan mo, it will grow up. Some are, kung makikita mo tong next picture, so this is the groceries or the goods that was bought by 1,850. You have 8 items. Then the following year, it became 5 items na lang. That's the time value of money. So it depreciate, no? Or maybe the goods, no? Yung mga goods ay nagtaas. Kaya ganyan. Well, some may say, I want to earn more. So I will have my saving accounts in a bank earning 2% interest. So for you, no, to have your money. This is the spending, no, kung paano mo siya gagamitin. Kasi time is of the essence when it comes to money. Then, maybe time value of money, some, or maybe it will decline, yan, no, in time. So, yung mga nag-stocks dyan, siguro, no, naintindihan nyo yan. So, pwede ngayon, mataas ang stocks. Tomorrow, hindi na. Or, it's just like this, no? Money placed in the deposit account earning interest. Pag nilagay mo daw siya, ito ang mangyayari. I want payment today because if I wait, I lose out on the growth I would have earned. Okay. So, yung iba naman, kunin ko na yung pera ngayon kasi I will have my own growth, no? So, it will really depend yan, no? So, if you are a type of people na you have an idea of how to spend money outside the bank, then you can get your money, then invest it in some business for you to have it, no, para magkaroon ng maging mas valuable yung money mo. Kasi as compared with the bank, baka 2% lang ang ma-earn niya every month, let's say, or per quarter or what. Pero kung ilalabas mo siya, typically Bombay, kunwari, halimbawa ganun yung naisip mo, so you will earn more kasi it's 20%. But again, it really depends on how are you going to use it, on how are you going to handle it. So in financial management, yun kasi yung kinukompute natin. Having the value of money today, let's say 1,000, tomorrow it's 2,000, depende on how the company will handle the money. Okay, so yun yung pagdidesisyon. Ngayon, kung kukunin mo lang yung pera at ilalagay mo lang sa wallet mo for personal whatever, hindi ko lang gagastusin, gusto ko lang siyang nasa wallet ko, then it's useless. Maybe it's good to make it stay on the bank para at least mag-earn siya ng 2%. Unlike sa wallet mo, baka bukas makalawa, nagastos mo na siya. Okay? So let's continue. Time value of money. So basic problem, how to determine the value today of cash inflows that are expected in the future. So yan yung mga tanong. Ito kayong 1,000 ko, how much it will become after 5 years, after 10 years, etc. Time value of money refers to the fact that a peso in hand today is worth more than a peso promised at some time in the future. Siyempre, basically, ganun yung concept class. Hindi naman tayo magkakaroon ng pera today na i-invest for us na yung pera natin is malulugi. But it is true naman na hindi lahat ng investment or 100% you invest is good. May mga investment sometimes na talagang nag-fail. That's why you are there. Ikaw, as financial manager, anong gagawin mo? Magde-decide kayo or gagawa kayo ng plan on how to accrue or how to be, paano nyo palalakihin yung money nyo instead of losing it, di ba? Okay. If I may ask you, which would you rather have? 1,000 today or 1,000 in 5 years? Okay, maybe some of you want the 1,000 today. Maybe some of you 1,000 after 5 years, no? But obviously, you want your 1,000 today. So, iba, paano ma'am, after 5 years, wag naman sana nawala na ako. Di wala ka ng chance to nagastusin yung 1,000 mo. Paano kung yung 1,000 after 5 years, it will decline its value? So, why not enjoy it today? Di ba? You enjoy the 1,000 today unlike you enjoy it later. Siguro kung 1,000 today or 1 million later, dun siya ako sa 1 million later. Pero kung 1,000 pa rin naman yun, di ba? Why not now? Money received sooner rather than later allows one to use the funds for investment or consumption purposes. So meaning yung 1,000 today na nagamit mo ngayon or yung ibibigay sa iyo, it allows you, 'di ba? For ibibili ko ito ng puhunan, no? Bibili ako ng ano ba magandang puhunan ng load, 500 lang tapos nakakapagpa-load na ako, lalago ang pera ko. Or for your consumption, for personal use. This concept is referred to as the time value of money. Kasi your 1,000 today, maybe it's not just the same as 1,000 after 5 years. Maybe, kasi walang future is still future. No one can predict the future. Time allows one the opportunity to postpone consumption and earn interest. So it will really depend. Postpone mo yung consumption, mag-earn ka ng interest, or you consume it all. Okay? Now let's discuss. Actually, under time value of money analysis, the situations na pwede mong kaharapin dito is, let's say you are evaluating new projects, new proposals na magkakaroon ng cash inflows in the future. Kaya lang, syempre, pagka may investments, meron ding outflows. Let's say may outflows ka ngayon for 1 million, then after 5 years, how much will be your inflows? Or after 6 years, kung kailan siya magkakaroon ng inflow. So, mababawi ko ba siya agad? So, those are the things that the financial manager asks normally. Or maybe you want to assess whether or not the company would need to acquire or merely lease an equipment. Yun, kukumputin mo ano ba ang mas may mataas na return or mas malaki ang masisave ko. Am I going to buy an equipment or am I going to lease? Or maybe you have your pension funds, employee benefits funds. So anong gagawin nyo doon? Okay, may mga company kasi class na nagko-collect for retirement. That's pension funds, di ba? Normally, merong share si employee, merong share si employers. Let's say 100, 100. So that's 200. If you have 1,000 employees, for an instance, then you multiply. Then that's your fund monthly na siniset aside mo na nandun sa company mo. So, ano gagawin mo doon? You invest it now so that, etc. Diba? When you are managing receivables, when you are managing loans receivable, when you are managing obligations, so dyan siya nagagamit, no? In all this situation, a manager may be asked to know the present or future value of cash inflows and cash outflows. Making capital outlay decisions, di ba? Yung mga capital outlay decisions natin. Are we going to branch out? Are we going to build a building? Are we going to rent? Etc. etc. Okay, so first on this slide, on this video, we will discuss all future values. Then we will be having part 2 for present value. So when we are talking about the future value, of course, the future value, the value in the future, diba? Now we have different concepts, no? First is the future value with single amount, the future value of several amounts with annuity due, ordinary annuity, annuity due, and even cash flows. So when we say future value, no, we are compounding. So ibig sabihin, we compound kasi pag present value, we are discounting. Kasi let's say yung 1,000 mo today, after 5 years, of course, it will on the assumption because we are a good financial manager, we are assuming, we are trying to project that our 1,000 today will not be 1,000 after 5 years. It will earn interest, it will earn income as years go by. So hindi siya discounting. Ibig sabihin, we are trying to compound it kung after 5 years, after 2, 3, 4 years, ilan na siya. So when we say future value, it refers to the amount of money an investment will grow over some length of time at some given interest rate. So may formula tayo. To determine the future value of single cash flows, we need the present value of cash flows, the interest rate, and the time period. And the formula is present value cash flows times 1 plus the rate over or raised to n. Ibig sabihin ng n kung ilan yung period natin. And the future value interest factor and R are rate for interest for n times period. Okay, let's start. Let's try, no? Future value. If you invested 2,000 today in an account that pays 6% interest with interest compounded annually, how much will be in the account at the end of 2 years if there are no withdrawals? Of course, this is the 0 year. This is the time that you spend or that you invest, no? And then the first year and the second year. So, how much will it be, no? How much will be the future value? Your 2,000 today that you invested will be 2,000. Then after a year, it will become 2,120. You just simply multiply 2,000 times 1.06. Okay, so if you want to try on your calculator, you can do. Because it is compounded annually, then you have to add it, no, the interest and the principal, you multiply it by another 6%. So you will be having 2,247.20. That's just easy. Ang dali lang pala, ma'am, eh, di ba? Of course, given all their numbers, di ba? Yung mga numbers na yan, class. So, experts, ang mga experts naman ay yan ang ginagawa na nila. So, they already projected kung ilang percent ba ang earn on at this point, gano'n. Okay? The formula will be yung ginamit natin kanina, present value, which is the 2,000. Then, you just add 1 dun sa 6%. So, it's 1.06, no? You raise it to 2. So, ang tawag natin dito sa ano na to is present value factor, no? Present value factor. Actually, class, kaya mo namang kumuha ng present value factor. Tama ba? Can you do it? Present value factor? All you need to do is times sa calculator. So if anyone wants to learn about it, so I can help you, just PM me, okay? So next, future value with a single amount. So let's try this, no? Ito, isa lang yung amount na involved. Jen wants to know how large his 5,000 deposit will become at an annual compound interest rate of 8% at the end of 5 years. Okay, so we have year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 8%. The future value will be how much? Of course, I could give you a minute if you want. So you could check if you have understand. One point. Okay, so at year 1, it's 5,000. At year 2, it's 5,400. So ma'am, paano po yan? 5,000 times 1.08 times 1.08. Then times 1.08 again, times 1.08, and times 1.08 equals to 7,346.64. That is the future value after 5 years of your 5,000 pesos. Now, if your 5,000 pesos will be just put on your wallet, then it's good, no? Nailagay mo na lang muna siya dito sa bank na ito. Or kung saan mo man siya i-invest. Because imagine after 5 years, it will become like this. Just imagine if this is 5 million or 5,000 million, or 5,000, 500,000. So, ang laki na niya. So, that's future value. So, when you have your pension funds, ito yung ginagamit. You have your pension funds or may mga other funds kayo na available sa company, you can do this, di ba? Okay, of course, using the formula, all you need to do is get the future value factor, no, at 8%. So that's the rate. So all you need to do is 1.08 multiply times equals, yung pagka-equals natin, that's already 2, no? 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bakit 2 siya? Kasi yung 1 automatically will be the first year. Tapos pag nag-equal ka pa, 2 years na yan, 3, 4, 5, etc. So, meron din naman tayong mga table, no? So, just in case, given naman yung table. So, just in case wala, at least you know, no, how to get it. But normally, it was given. Okay, you just multiply it by the future value factor. Then, that's it. Same as with kanina. Now, what if it's like this, no? Future value with several amounts, okay? Ordinary annuity. So, what do we mean by ordinary annuity and annuity due? Okay, magkaiba yan. Pag sinabi nating ordinary annuity, yun yung ordinary, that's the ordinary way, di ba? The ordinary way is investment is made at year end. That's ordinary, that's normal, no? So, yung isa, annuity due, pag beginning of the year. Ma'am, bakit po magkaiba sila? Of course, if you pay at the end of the year, then for that specific year, let's say 2021, if you pay at the end of the year, for 2021, you are not earning any interest at all. Tama ba? So, wala ka ng interest. For an instance, ito. And so company is to make annual payments of 200,000 for 4 years. The interest for this investment was pegged at 9%. The investment is made every year end. What is the future value of this annuity? Okay. Nag-start ako sa 4th year, ano? Of course, ito yung sinasabi ko. If this is 4 years at magbabayad ka every year end, dun sa last year mo, pagkabayad mo, year end na, tapos na yung 4 years, then you will not be earning any interest. Kasi wala ka nang na-earn for that period. Parang yung 2021, tapos na kasi year end na siya. Pero yung mga susunod, let's say yung 3rd year na binayaran mo, so it will earn, di ba? It will earn 1.09%. Kasi, 9%. Then on the 2nd year, and then on the 1st year. Ito yung 1st year na binayaran mo. Yung binayaran mo ng 1st year, on the 1st year, it will not earn an interest eh. So, dito na siya sa 2nd year. Okay? Ma'am, paano po kumuha ng future value factor? Simple lang ulit, di ba? Yung ito na yung 1. Pwedeng 1.09 times 1.09. Then that's it. It's 1.1881. You multiply it with another 1.09, then it's 1.2950. Then you just get the total of that figure kasi para-pareho naman yung amount invested. Hindi natin siya tinototal kapag iba-iba yung amount invested. Then you multiply. Ito yung table method kasi class. Then you multiply it by the future value. So ang value ng investment mo on the 4th year will be 200,000. Yung 3rd year is 218,000 because it earned only 9%. Then on the 2nd year, 237,620, 259 na siya nung 1st year. Yan yun. A total of 914,620. Okay? Any questions? If you have questions, you can just send me a message. Okay, now, using the formula, yun kasi class, it's a table method. Using the formula, future value of an annuity formula, actually class, pag ginamit natin ito, it's just the same as etong portion na to, yan yung makukuha natin, yung future value factor. Pero pag given na siya, then there's no need to compute. Or kung kaya mo naman na gumamit ng calculator in finding the future value factor or present value factor, then you can do it. Then you just multiply it by the principal. Yung iba ang tawag din by the cash flows. Okay? By the cash received or by the cash investments. Okay, eto na siya. So, how did we get this 4.5731? If you are familiar with the M plus function of your calculator, you can do it. Diba? Let's say yung 1, M plus mo na yun. Then the 1.09 and etc. In getting the future. Pag sinunod din natin yung formula na kanina, let's say ito. Itong formula na to, yun din class yung lalabas, even if you try it. Okay? So, next. Okay, what about if annuity due? So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Ito naman, same situation ang naiba lang. It is made at the beginning of the year. So, pansinin nyo, at the beginning of the year, mo siya in-invest. Nung 4th year, nag-earn na siya ng 9%. Kasi from January to December, it will earn. Kasi January mo siya invest. So mag-earn yan from January to December. Unlike yung isa kanina, you just invested it on December, then it will no longer earn. So yung portion na yun, it will still be the same as the principal that you invested. Unlike dito, mag-earn na siya on the 3rd year, and the 4th year, and on the 1st year. So ang computation dito sa first year, 4 na taon yan eh. Diba? 1.09 divided by 1. Okay. So that's it. So if you're going to get the future value, okay, ayan na siya. That's annuity due. Okay? So, ibig sabihin lang niyan, due annually. Okay? So ang accounting kasi, laging akala natin ang hirap niyang intindihin, pero ako, I made some, for me, no, to easily understand it. Ginagawa ko siya ng sarili kong kwento. Ordinary annuity, kasi ordinary yun. That's the regular way around na every December nagbabayad. Pag annuity due, ibig sabihin due annually kasi hindi siya December nagbayad. Something like that. Para for me to memorize it, kasi during the time na inaaral ko yan, medyo mahirap din talaga siya. Nakakalito. So this is the formula again. If we will focus on the formula, so makukuha mo lang din naman din dito is yung future value factor. Actually, I tried. If you want to try, you can do it. And then the future value solution, of course, you just multiply it, no? Ngayon naman, ito, iba-iba na yung uneven cash payments siya. Rose companies to make an investment of uneven cash payment for 4 years. The interest for this investment was pegged at 9%. The investment is made every year end. Okay, so make sure of that. Just be careful, no? What is the future of this annuity? So, yan. Dahil iba-iba siya, you just multiply it with your future value factor, then you can get now the total. So for me, I suggest, no, mas madali dito talaga table method. Kasi nga, wala namang, hindi, you cannot multiply it with one ano lang. Okay? So that's the end, no, of this video. I hope you have learned. No? Okay, our next video will be on the present value factor.